Hello, party people. Welcome to the tube of the U. And on this video, I'm going to be putting in Yukon gear and axle shafts in this Gladiator. So let's get right to it. So I already have the jack stand set up and the front wheels chalk blocked right there. So that is for your safety, so that you don't die. In the event that the axle falls on you. Yeah, that's very bad. So don't let that happen to you. So always use safety precautions. With that, we have my jack right there, but it's not under weight. So I have all the weight on those two jack stands, but I left my jack there in case I need it. So there's that. Second thing is, I already have this kind of torn down. So I can kind of show you what the end torn down looks like. And then on the other side, I'll show you the step-by-step process. So let me flip the camera around. Okay, so on this Gladiator, we have these wheel ring lights from XK Glow. So I took off the top tab and the bottom tab to be able to get enough leeway to get the caliper out. So yes, I took those two off first, and then from there I was able to take out my bolt that was right here to take the rotor loose, and then the two bolts, actually those two bolts right there on the back side of the caliper that go in right there and right there. So once those two bolts are out, then your caliper is loose, and then once that setting bolt comes out as well, then you can take your rotor off. And yeah, so that is where I'm at on this side right here. And then, like I said, on the other side, I'll show the actual process of taking all that off. But for the most part, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory. 18 millimeter for the, here we go. 18 millimeter for the caliper bolts, as well as the 4 axle bolts, or nuts, I should say, right here, and then the 2 that are on the bottom, boop, boop. And those are what hold this inside of here, that plate. So now it's basically ready to be pulled out. Alrighty, Freddy, so we're gonna go through one step at a time here, and I will show you how to take all of this off so that you can get to your axles. So first things first, you need a T30, which is a torque spit 30, like that. And then you also need an 18 millimeter wrench. And then I also got an 18 millimeter socket. So I guess it doesn't really matter the order you take everything off, but just know that that rotor is not going to come off unless you take the caliper off first, especially if you have wheel ring lights. So I already took off this bottom one, so nice and wiggly. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take off the 2 caliper bolts that are on the back with an 18 millimeter socket. And this is wrong size. So I should have known that, but you know, sometimes Chloe's just a little insane. So let me grab the right size socket for those really quick. Okay. So now we have the right size socket, 18 millimeter, but this time half drive. That's what I've got over here. All right, so now we're gonna take the 2 caliper bolts off. Plan. And tool. Okay, so now your caliper is loose. I'm gonna go ahead and take this little doodad out. So now that's out, and now this is loose. Ish. It's supposed to be loose. Ish. What is it? 1 second. So now we gotta take this little doodad off. I think I took off it like this. I think. I don't remember. But yes. Okay. Quite wonderful. Nice, nice. Okie dokie. How did I do the other side? I don't remember. But anyways. I think I did it like this. I don't remember. But somehow I fed this thing through here. Yeah. Aha! Okay. I got it. Nice. Okie dokie. So then I just like hung this on this sway bar link, and then this just, yeah, chills. Lovely. Now this can come off. Okay, you can come off. You can come off now. Bruh, you can come off. Oh my lanta, don't do this to me. The other side just like literally just was like. Why you gotta do me like that? You made me look like a liar. Hammer. Bruh. I can't even. Don't do me like that. It literally came off so easy on the other side. I'll take any and all small victories right now. Okay, that was eventful. Okay. Okie dokie. So next step, once you have your rotor off, is the 4 axle nuts on the back side. So there's 4 axle nuts that I'm pretty sure I showed y'all on that side, but if not, there's 4 of them, and they're 18 millimeter. And what I do is I loosen them, I break them all loose. I break them all loose with a wrench, and then I use my electric one to zip them all off. So yeah, I'm just kind of loosening them right here, like this, and then I go from there. So yeah. I know that's really boring, so just give me a second. Okie dokie, so I went ahead and took the 4 nuts off the back of the axle. Now we're gonna pull the axles out. And from what I can remember from doing the gears is that these were kind of a little bit of a pain in the butt to pull out. So I use the rotor, put on backwards, maybe, and then put it down with some lugs. Look at the nuts. And kind of use that as like a puller, I guess you could say. Like that. And that's the easiest way to get a hold of it, to be able to pull it out. So, and I'm gonna make a giant mess because, you know, what else is new? So just keep that in mind, that you are gonna have a little bit of some residual oil come out, so, yeah. And then I'll go do the other side. Then you can just take these little doodads back off. Huzzah. And now you can take it this route. So this JT is actually not a Rubicon model. So the axle shafts are the same length on both sides. However, in the Rubicon models, one is longer than the other. So make sure you know which axle goes on which side. So just to make your life easier, just keep the axles on the same side that you pulled them out of, so that when you go to put the new ones in, you have the right length on the right side. That's only for the Rubicon models, as far as my knowledge goes. This is an Overland, so yeah. I just heard about the Rubicon thing, so yes. But it's good practice just to keep parts on the same side that you take them off of. Just in case stuff like that happens, you can always remeasure it, so. Okay, so the next thing is, actually, I skipped a step. I didn't really show you this because I wasn't sure if I wanted to get out of the way or not. But I took the parking brake off with the dust cover and the wheel ring light. So I just kind of hung it over yonder in a wad. And then I was actually kind of worried about this part because I have to take the race out. And I don't have a race remover. All I have is a heel bar. So I figured I would try it before I just, you know, tried to video it, to see if I could get it out. So actually it came out very easy, as you can tell. So lovely. Also, I grabbed a oil pan because, you know, I'm not trying to go through 7,000,000 freaking paper towels. So yeah, this side is ready for reassembly, and now I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side.